Welcome everybody to part 3 of our Vinebox Advent calendar. This time we're going to be venturing into the Twas-The-Night box, nights 13 through 18. And it's mostly a bunch of Spanish varietals and regions versus and actually there's a bit of a typo in one of them that I'll be correcting here in just a little bit. So the first wine that we are going to be tasting is the Gorendono Blanc. And it's from a place called, man, this is going to be horrible. Bizcaico Tacolina.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Thank you.
And it's a white with very kind of odd varietals in it, which is the Hammurabi Zuri and Hammurabi Zuri Zaradia. Now, all of these, or pretty much this place is up near the Basque region of France or of Spain. Not sure if anyone knows where that particular place is, but in case you don't, I kind of already mapped out all of the places that we'll be going to. And so our would be night 16. Our first one is right up here in Basque country.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Any questions on that? Nope.
Nope.
So let's go ahead and crack it open. Give it a pour. And let's give this thing a look. So as we're giving it our 45-degree look. So this is it's a little greenish. But it's actually starting to tend towards a little bit of like yellowish golden. But it's still very light. It's not like a Chardonnay where it's a little bit bolder in color. It's still like lightish, but it's got a kind of a golden color to it. All right. Well, let's go ahead and give this thing a swirl.
Sure.
And a sniff. So what are people getting on the nose?
Oh, like I'm getting some of that tropical fruit, like a mango kind of thing.
Oh,
Mango.
yeah, there's definitely tropical.
A little bit of melon.
And melon. Okay. Me, I'm getting kind of like a yellow apple pear, like Asian pear.
It's kind of sweet, but not like a honey sweet.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's give this thing our first taste of the night. So cheers.
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 Oh,
That is tart.
that is so tart. I did not expect that. Ooh.
So what are we getting on the palate?
Citrus.
Maybe some chalk. Okay, and green beans. It's lovely.
It seems very very acidic, kind of underripe.
Do a touch of wine in here just in
Aye.
case. We'll see what
Aye.
that does.
What? Spice?
Mhm.
Oh,
To me, I still get a lot of that
Oh,
like
yeah.
yellow apple.
Your call out a pear earlier. I'm tasting like pear skin.
And me too.
Wow.
Oh wow, yeah, this is. So it's I don't know. It smells very different than what it tastes.
I don't like it.
It's not like the worst ever. Oh, yeah.
you
Jimmy.
just said it.
Oh, that's fine.
I just can't twist.
He'll be back.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
What's good with the tomato? How is it with the date? Right. The
So
date's
what has it
not-
paired well with?
With the honey, yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
I heard apricot. I've heard. Yeah, I don't think I heard anything else other than the apricot.
It was pretty good with the shrimp. We have spicy shrimp and there's a salad with tomato and it was good with the tomato.
Okay.
I mean, it's maybe kind of not our favorite wine.
Mm-mm.
I think that's why I'm ending with it a little bit.
Yes. No. This is not something I would look for.
I don't hate it though. It's like, I feel like it's not a bad one.
Spinach?
Right.
You're unique in your salad.
How about that?
For me, it might be best for the salad. Maybe more than the other stuff in there.
No? Okay. Wine or the?
The wine. And I don't like the pairing either.
Okay.
So
I really-
so this one, the Segre and the Navara are all, even though they're kind of, kind of different regions from what you would expect for Spanish wines. All of those, like that same area that all three of those are kind of in, are outliers to the kind of greater Rioja region. So while these aren't Rioja, just know that they are from, they're effectively almost that same kind of Rioja esque thing. They just don't have as many limitations in terms of, they can only use like Tempranillo for the majority of their wine.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think, Tom and company? What did you guys think of this wine? I know you got like something a little bit different, but it still had that same Hondurabi Zuri.
Delicious.
Our version was very good.
Yeah, we can't find a bad food pair.
Ah, now
Everything,
was it as tart as ours was?
It's tart and like slightly effervescent almost, or like slightly carbonated tasting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had like a little like tingle on the tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Oh, yes. Ethan, thank you.
Oh, I don't know where
It's
is
a
it?
serving
Oh,
fork.
that's a serving fork. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Kurt.
All right. How's everyone's glasses looking? We about ready to move on to number
Very
2?
empty.
You want people with-
That looks bone dry. All right. So Our second wine of the night is our Estola Verdejo 2021 from La Mancha, Spain.
Oh.
Now, La Mancha is, much farther south near like Barcelona.
Actually,
Did it?
yeah. He's out. We got these reversed.
Okay.
So
Now that one has some,
Knew it.
like when I pour it, maybe not for the rest of you guys, but look through it and see if you actually see sort of like little tiny bubbles suspended in it.
Yes.
I'm seeing that as well.
That's interesting. Okay. So this one, in terms of its color, it's actually a little bit lighter than the other one. And it almost has a bit of a greenish tinge to it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that smells so good.
All right. So what are you getting on the nose?
Oh, I want to say like a white flower. I don't know.
Orange blossom?
Yeah, there's definitely like a floral note to it.
Mm-hmm. I just want to see like.
And then it's zingy like pineapple. My tongue is going to be so disappointed if this isn't like sweet
Yeah,
because it smells sweet.
it smells sweet.
Right, so. you're-
So let's go ahead and give this thing a taste. So, cheers.
Like that.
This one's very appley. Well, like apple cider almost. Apple juice, apple. What's apple?
Interesting. So you're getting apple.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Is it wine?
The finish on it is like really weird.
Wine.
Has like a flat taste almost.
Mhm. It's like a flat, somewhat bitterish.
Oh,
The cider comment that it is similar to like a cider finish to me.
See, I'm definitely still getting that kind of like weird pineapple. Yeah.
is it?
It's just got still that like acidic zing to it.
It's hard to say if it's like pear or papaya or it's like a blend.
Yeah, it's definitely in that tropical,
Yeah.
the tropical group.
Not good with the pasta.
With the apple pie.
It's really good with the apple pie.
I thought it was pretty good with the date.
Tom and friends, I know you guys, I think you also picked up a Verdeo. How is yours?
Not as good as the previous one, but
Yeah, no, not with the shrimp.
not a lot of taste. We're not getting a lot of strong flavors out of it.
Okay.
The blue cheese.
Okay, I'm not getting anything I can, oh, it tastes like this. Probably because I don't do anything
It's a good date.
with shit. Yeah.
But I can't tell which one is which. I just put them all on my plate.
It's good with the cheese, with the soft cheese. See how it is with this.
Oh, wow. This is thin wine.
That's an interesting one. Well,
Tasting
I'd
today.
forgotten to read the description of our first wine, but let's go for the second one. So our tasty notes this time around is a tropical fruit basket of pineapple, ripe melon, and a touch of banana.
No, it's another one.
Banana. I get that in the aftertaste.
Okay, so that's that kind of like weird flatness, maybe.
Yeah.
All these flavors translate to the palate, but remain as refreshing and as fruity, a dry or as refreshing as a fruity, dry white tea.
It is refreshing.
Really, that first drink was great.
Now, what's weird is that, well, the Vinebox description, like this little list, the little list here shows a 2018, yet, that would be actually really bad for a white wine. So, I mean, well, we seem to have a 2021, not the 2018. You find anything that pairs well with?
I thought that one with the tomato from the salad was my best.
Cheese,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not usually have as well. It's just different.
So the potatoes are simmered in, well, they're tossed with oil and garlic and the saffron and then simmered until they're tender before the salt. So that's where the saffron.
Apple pie makes it really soft and mild. I'm not sure if it's like an improvement, but it's like pleasing to the palate.
I'm just wondering where it's getting the, me as a winemaker, I'm just wondering where they're getting those banana flavors.
Very good.
The only thing I can think is that there's a wild strain of yeast from like,
yeah.
a nearby brewery.
Maybe they fermented it Sir Lee.
Yeah, because usually like those banana notes come from a very particular strain of yeast. It's the same one that's used in Hefeweizen.
Just like real quick and then on each side.
Oh, it's good with the bacon wrapped dates too.
Is it like that? You ever? I think it works.
Super tender.
I think I like it best with the cheese.
I brought some Manchego.
This one's really good with the apricot.
I could see that. Yeah, that's one thing that I was wishing that I had was some kind of either citrus or like stone fruit preserve. I think would go really well with this.
And if you want to try it.
I think we're about done, so.
Yeah, well, at least I am. I'm sure you.
I didn't regret out. Forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of like.
A good place to start.
Better than the last one. but I don't. There are other ones I prefer much more.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, that was an interesting wine, but I don't think it would be one that I would go reaching out to find again.
Yeah, if I was at a store, a bodega in Spain and it was like €5, I'd grab one.
Yeah.
But I sell you mail order it.
Oh,
For me, my favorite Spanish white is Albarino.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of like up towards the north and much more towards the ocean. It's right on the border with Portugal. Okay, well, let's move on to wine number 3, which is our rosé. Now, so this is night 18. Now, for some weird reason, it lists it as La Mancha, France, and there is no La Mancha, French. There's a La Manche, but it also doesn't have Castillo de Benazar, which is Spanish. So this is also from La Mancha, Spain. And this is a 100% Cabernet Sauvignon rosé.
It is a very pretty color. That is rose gold.
Yeah, I love
Yeah, it's almost as pretty as it's like salmon-y.
Yeah, yeah. This is that kind of like salmon, like a little, just a touch orange.
It's fragrant.
But still on the pale side. So I mean, this is pretty nice for a rosé. So let's go ahead and give it a bit of a swirl and a sniff.
It's not great.
Oh,
I'm pleased with that.
that has an excellent nose to it.
Mhm. Sure does.
Do you like strawberry?
Wow. I can't even, there's so much going on here. Yeah, strawberry seems good.
Like for me, yeah, I'm definitely getting like strong strawberry, a little bit of like rose petal.
Yes.
Mhm.
Is there like a little bit of vanilla on the end of it? Like a sweet smell.
Yeah. Huh. That could be what that is. Yeah. Yeah, it smells like silky, like creamy.
G or light G or however you say that word.
I think it's with the long eye.
But the more that I sniff at it, the more that like the strawberry is like rolling over into almost like candied apple.
I'm getting more like a raspberry than a strawberry. It's not quite the tartness of a strawberry. It's more like the softness of a raspberry in my nose.
I'm gonna
Okay.
stick with lychee.
So you're getting tropical fruit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can get that too.
Yeah, those are. I mean, this thing is very complex for a rosé. So let's give this thing a taste.
Nice.
So
It's the best
Cheers.
rosé ever.
That's pretty good.
Tastes like strawberries.
so other than strawberries, what else are we getting on the palate?
Get a hint of chalk.
Yeah, I thought almost cream.
Cream, yeah.
Honey. I think I'm getting like a honey.
Yeah, I was gonna say like like manuka honey, a little bit of floral. Almost kind of almost like a little nutty, like a roasted almond.
Yeah, Holi-Day, a blue cheese steak. What was the other one?
Honey goat cheese and then regular goat cheese. And blue cheese.
All right, so our tasty notes this time, even though, well, this is weird. So the full-bodied Cabernet fruit shines with red currant and raspberry aromas. So good on you, Rob, for picking out the raspberry. Surrounded by a strawberry-led palate with a hint of sweetness.
Yes.
It's pretty delightful today. Brings out
So-
sweetness.
Oh my gosh, yes. I
So
agree.
Tom and Co, I know you guys got I think you had a Cabernet Rosé, but it was from Italy. Is that being any different than our Spanish?
We actually it's a Tempranillo Grenache blend from
St. Helena, California, no. Oh, it's imported by St. Helena.
I did.
It's Spanish. I don't
It's
know what
Spanish,
region, but it's a Tempranillo Grenache. I couldn't find a cab.
Ah. Oh, so you actually did get a Spanish rosé then?
Yeah, it's really, yeah.
Finca Noa.
Think of Nueva from Navarrete. No.
Yes, Navarrete. It's really good.
You like with the dates.
Fantastic.
Trinchero and Family Estates. It's a Rosado, it says Finca Nueva, Rosado 19.
Okay.
It's a mix of Tempranillo and Vernache. Rosado, I mean, that's.
What did you get?
Yeah, I was just doing some research on to how you make rosés because I'm currently in the process of making a batch of wine from grapes that I had shipped in, and apparently you can do rosé a couple of different ways. You can either press the grapes before you start fermentation and then bleed it that way, or you essentially if you want kind of like a little bit darker rosé, and that's kind of when you're looking at something like this, if the darker the color is, the more likely that what they did was after they started fermentation on just like the grapes with the juice in it, is after about 2 days they pull a bunch of the juice away, which is called sangre, and essentially means bleeding. And what, and what that does is it gives the juice just enough contact with the skins to get a little bit of that pinkish color, but at the same time then it goes off and ferments on its own instead of essentially fermenting still on the skins. This one isn't bad. I've also been really coming around to rosés of late, just because they're such a versatile wine in terms of being able to go with many whites and or should I say many white wine foods like chicken and fish, but at the same time also still being able to stand up to some like red wine meat dishes, like even if it's like duck, lamb, sometimes beef.
This one is shockingly good with our steak.
Oh yeah. I wonder if it's because of those raspberry notes are really kind of going well with, essentially that kind of bloody irony from the meat.
Yeah, it's really, really fruity.
I don't mean to be a psychic, but this might be the best wine of the night.
Really? We'll see.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Well, considering that we have some Spanish Tempranillos ahead of us,
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of doubting it.
Good competition. Okay.
All right. Looks like everyone is just about ready.
Which one is number 4?
So our wine number 4 is Night 15, our Petite Sal Rouge. And this one comes from the Costere de Segre. And again, this one's a little bit like from where the Rioja region is. It's quite a bit to the east and north of Rioja, so it's very close to that like French border.
Oh. Yeah. She good.
I can go get a hardware level if you want.
And so this is a 2019, and let's see what grapes are in here. So 50% Tempranillo, 30%. Well, it says Grenache, but it's Spanish, so Grenacha, and then 20% Cabernet.
Are you getting almost purple rather than ruby maybe?
So on the color, yeah, this is like it's light, you know, in terms of like its opaqueness, but it's on that like dark ruby, like almost into purple, but still on the dark ruby edge. All right, so let's give this thing a swirl and a sniff.
Like leathery and tobacco-y and raspberry and
For sure.
First thing that hit me was hot. Like this smells like it's high alcohol.
14.5 according to the test tube.
Would you like some?
Yeah, I didn't even have to look at the legs on this thing. You could just, like I said, you could just smell how hot it is.
Little-
I was gonna say something else. I don't know. Another flavor.
Are you getting anise?
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
How is
definitely
it?
getting, you know, it's definitely a lot more on those earth tones than it is like more of like the fruit notes.
Getting like a hint of pepper on the end of it,
Very peppery, yeah.
like a little bit of prune.
So black fruit. Okay.
Anise also.
Yeah. No, I think everyone's been nailing exactly what I'm smelling too. All right. Well, let's go ahead and give this thing a taste. Cheers.
Hmm.
Wow.
Well, it's got like an aftertaste. It's like it's astringent a little bit, like.
Still enjoying the nose.
That mouth feels aggressive.
This is a beautiful nose.
Yes, Jim.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's I'm before even any of the fruit, I'm getting that leather, tobacco, and black pepper. Mm.
Wrestles with your tongue.
What a mouthful for you, huh? Rachel thinks it's wrestling.
No, I didn't. Oh, no. It was a joke. I did not.
It does wrestle with your tongue.
Tom and
great.
Co. Got a thumbs up on this one, or kind of middle of the road.
Good with
Okay.
that. Actually pretty good with this shrimp.
You guys need like a remote mouse.
Yeah, we
I know.
do, for sure we do.
You pass me that.
No, it's good.
So what was your blend?
It says Tempranillo,
Oh, it's just the Tempranillo.
yeah, Tempranillo, but it's from that domain.
Okay. Oh, from the Costa Segre.
Yeah.
Really good.
It's getting a lot of thumbs up.
Yeah, sure.
So let's see if our kind of palate and noses matched up. So our Petit Sal Rouge is the tasty notes of a fun nose full of strawberry and cherry aromas with hints of violet, almost like adult Kool-Aid.
I don't know. I haven't had the one yet.
Clean fruit flavors on the palate with red berries leading the pack and light floral notes playing in the background. More body than you would think from the nose, but enough acidity to balance it out and make for an easy to drink, elegant wine with substantial length.
Mm.
So I'm not sure if I was getting like strawberry and cherry.
I get a pinch of cherry, but no strawberry at all.
I was really good with
More
the
raspberry
chocolate.
than cherry, I think.
You get raspberry? Okay.
More so than cherry. I was just too sharp.
Yeah. Mhm.
But I mean, again, for me, I wasn't getting any like either like any type of like purple flowers from this. I was just getting, straight kind of like dusty leather and black pepper. It's kind of like the main notes.
Pepper for sure. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, dark chocolate's really good.
Pepper and snow.
This is where my not eating fruit really hurts my. Not very good with strawberry. Ooh. It's really good with the arancini.
It's really good with the marinara sauce, but
Yeah.
Licorice. Licorice, it's good with licorice
I like the licorice better than the chocolate, actually.
and very good with dark chocolate.
Okay.
Oh,
Mine's salted.
So I just went with roast beef with a little bit of the shallot and chive boursin.
Yeah, chocolate.
Excellent.
yeah. Okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
So Rob, does this one still compare less than the rosé?
This is a fantastic wine, actually.
Yeah, he's not switching his day job now.
Not gonna become a psychic.
Ooh, I don't hear he said the wallet. I gave him that wallet.
Might want to leave that to Cleo.
I
It's kind of like,
Not big.
my tarot cards.
No.
you need a new one. Most dark chocolate.
It's good with the walnuts.
Maybe I need to test the lights.
No, I just recognize that it's not circular, circular.
Yeah, it's oval. Ovoid.
You probably need to like turn it out.
Oh, you don't have a like the square table also.
But it's not out.
Normally, some.
Oh.
I really like it. I really like
Sarah, you're looking at me like we need to move on to the next. No, you still have some wine. So.
I still have some wine. I'm gonna
She
share.
doesn't. Done.
Ah, Rob is your dump bucket.
Yeah, Rob is my dumb bucket.
There's so many great pairings of this wine. It's fantastic.
Actually pretty good with the salad too.
Oh, really?
Because the salad has fennel in it,
Mm.
so it has a little bit of that
Bacon
licorice
spice.
flavor.
Yeah.
Wanted to get- I remember the last time she had meatballs. I wanted.
That was a good first red of the night.
Mhm.
But again, I mean, we're talking about Spanish Tempranillo, and they do that grape well, no matter where it is in Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so good. And we got a.
Twice as much wine for half the price.
All right,
Okay,
let's
so
see. Looks like
I couldn't call it good at that point. If we're talking price, if we're talking value, the dollar.
Kurt is ready. Kurt is ready.
all right. Well, if Kurt's ready, then we're all ready. So wine number 5 for the night is night 14. I got that night 14, which is our Bodega Tandem Ars in Vitro. Okay.
Okay.
So this is from Navarra, Spain, which is, again, it's just north of Rioja.
What day?
Night 14?
So night 14.
Ours in vitro.
Let me take a picture first.
Can't take a picture of an empty bottle of syrup.
It wouldn't have the color.
And so this one doesn't give a percentage, but it just says that its majority is Merlot, or sorry, majority is Tempranillo
Down.
with Merlot blended in. Now, as we're looking at this one, so this one actually is it's a little, I want to say it's not lighter. It's got a lighter color. This one's kind of just on the ruby in terms of color, but it's a little bit more opaque. So we're hoping that this one's going to be a little bit more heavily extracted, a little bit more tannic than our last one. So
It's about the same dark and.
I like a garnet.
go ahead and give it a bit of a swirl and a sniff. That is very different than the last.
Very different.
Oh,
I'm getting more of the tobacco and leather.
it's more on the brown tint than the purple tint.
Yeah, garnet.
I'll wait for our large other crowd to finish up, but I don't know, me, the first thing that I'm getting from this is a forest floor. It's just got that kind of like,
You almost-
Mossy, musty.
yeah, just mossy and musty.
Peaty.
Smells like something's decaying.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
well,
it smells
like
something is decaying.
like decaying,
Like grapes.
like vegetation, not decaying, or,
Meat.
like meat.
Yes.
Compost heap.
Yeah.
Head in my head.
But with a little bit of leather, there's a little bit of green back in there too.
Green? What is different? Oh,
I'm smelling like a little bit of pepper too on the nose.
Yeah.
yeah, it's thinking of kind of varnish and coral.
Vegetal.
Yes.
Yeah, I can get the vegetation now, but.
I don't know. So Tom, Deborah, like, so what type of wine did you guys have to kind of match up with this?
Yeah, so,
Unmuted.
yeah, it's unmuted. So this is it's also from Navarro. Is that right? Yeah, and this one is a mix of Tempranillo, Cab, and Merlot.
Okay. So it should be pretty close to this. How's the nose on yours?
There's
Very medium leather. It doesn't taste bad.
No, I just like the other one better.
So is it kind of earthy, like really earthy?
Yeah, very smoky, little leathery, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, let's go ahead and give it our first taste. So, cheers.
Cheers. Red wines.
It's definitely more tawny color than the last one. It's got a little more.
Wow, that actually does have a much more intense flavor than the last one.
Cherry.
All
That's super.
very.
But it still has that same kind of musky smell or like flavor to it.
Berries.
Yeah, cranberries.
You think cranberries?
That's what Sarah said. I think I'm kind of getting into that, yeah.
Cherries.
Fish in there?
I put in a Blico.
What's the spotted?
I think he's the Blico.
Mm-hmm.
Cichlids hidden, he's usually out during the day.
Like I'm still getting that forest floor, like
Fish.
like a wild raspberry that's been rolling around on a forest floor.
It's very earthy, for sure.
All right. Well, according to our tasting notes,
And Manchego, and I think it takes away.
I did not like it with the.
so we have cherry red in color with powerful expressions of terroir, a true mountain wine with mountain flavors, dark berries and ripe strawberry, and a huge violet petal note. Lengthy finish with persisting flavors.
I want that job.
Yeah, those are
Like,
I'm a little disappointed in theirs. I mean, I almost kind of wish, for the kind of just out there presentation that the wines from Costco had for their descriptions.
mhm.
They were
With the
fantastic.
videos?
Yeah.
That was really good.
They didn't really say anything, but
With
they were really
chocolate?
fun to watch.
Yeah. Just plunk me down in front of my fireplace.
But yeah, I'm not sure if like this one, I just can't agree with almost any of their, I mean, other than it being mountain wine. Yeah, in terms of that's what it, I guess that could be sort of what it was going for. Instead of forest floor, it's more like, a scrub brush on the side of the mountain.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
It's like the last brambleberry bush that, like, a goat gets to eat on the side of the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
It's not bad. It's just, I don't know. There's this odd like dustiness on the back end that I'm not enjoying that much.
I think it's okay with the steak, and our spicy shrimp gives it a nice pairing.
Okay.
But what else are you guys getting?
I like the chocolate.
Chocolate. Oh.
Like it with
The
date.
pepper goes into like overdrive from this pepperoni that we've been eating. And plays off
Try
like the
some.
fat in the pepperoni too.
So I was going to try some peppered salami myself.
It's pretty good flavors.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Actually, the weird thing is that it didn't really bring out the pepper. It brought out the cherry. Like the salami brought out the cherry.
It is good with liquor.
That was weird. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, is the vegetable milk with the green beans?
I thought the green beans were good, but I think it's again, it's a little bit with the bacon and a bite of it helped a lot.
Okay.
So I think the smokiness was really.
The bacon on the dates really goes well with it too.
Yeah, I thought the dates.
So I have salami as well, and it brings out like the tartness of the cherry on the end there. That's
Yeah, like I said,
Like
it was interesting that's what actually had to bring the fruit out.
What are we gonna do?
Okay, it looks like most glasses are near the end.
Go to Gino's.
So we'll start to introduce our last wine of the night.
I've flown through.
So after we've had 5 Spanish wines, we're going to end with a French wine from a place that we all know and cherish, which is our Languedoc area.
Wow. I would like to.
And this is a 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. And this is a 2019 called La Garnier or Galiniere. All right. As we're looking at this one, So this one's still on that kind of reddish, little on the dark red. I would even call this ruby. And as we give it a bit of a swirl, a sniff. Let me know what people are getting on the nose. Huh. Definitely getting on this one, I can definitely get like a hint of cherry. And it almost smells like not stewed, but more like baked plums.
Yeah, raspberry.
Raspberries. Okay.
And Kurt said it was buttery.
Okay. Corey, what are you getting on the nose?
Definitely getting the cherry, or I guess like darker fruit. And then I'm getting like a little bit of leather on the end.
Me too.
Leather. Okay.
This one smells good.
Yeah, it does.
But
But
if
I
it was
definitely smell
vanilla
the
instead
leather.
of leather.
Whatever.
All right. Well, let's give our, well, yeah, let's, Deborah, how's the you guys got I'm hoping you guys got a Languedoc cab sauv as well.
Yes, it's a cab, and it's from the Languedoc region that you had mentioned, so I think it's probably not the same wine, but it's in the right region.
Is it Robert Drown?
Luc Ferlet,
Show it to the.
2020 Luc Ferlet. Yeah.
Okay, so yours is a,
Spicy, good with real sweet and spicy foods. Dense and spicy.
all right. Well, let's give this thing our taste of the night. So, cheers. Oh. Luc Ferlet. Okay.
Definitely spicy.
Mm. All right. So how's the palate compared to the nose?
You're sitting. This is great. Looking down at that island.
It's on the refrigerator.
Like I'm still getting that kind of like cherry and dark fruit,
Hang it from the ceiling or something.
but it's got a bit of like baking spice to it.
Well, I think this is like the other ones. It doesn't have as harsh of a leather.
Not sure how I feel about with steak. I think I like the other two better with the steak. It's not bad with the steak. I just like the other two better.
I have to agree with that.
Yeah, it's got like kind of like that like cinnamon nutmeg back into it.
I think the date sweetness overpowers.
All right, let's see how their tasting notes shore this up. So this has black currant, a farmer's market fresh plum, and dark sweet cherry flavors are then backed up by cracked black pepper and a hint of mint. And actually, now that they kind of mention that, you know, what I was kind of considering as baking spice, I could kind of see on more of that kind of almost like menthol level.
Which makes it lovely with licorice.
Now, maybe I'm just, biased, but I mean, I know and love the Languedoc area. So, I mean, this I'm definitely liking more than the other two reds, even though the other two reds, add some character as well.
It is lovely with the licorice. You still like it?
Did anyone else have a favorite of the night?
The first red. Whatever
I
that
think
was.
the first red was my favorite, but I like this one.
The Petite Sal Rouge.
Yeah.
The last three have been really good.
Oh, so you
I'm
like
very
all
happy
three,
with
all
this
three of
book.
the reds.
Yeah. So I wanted to be a little more aggressive than actually like taste it on the palate,
Mhm.
just based on the smell. But
And the rosé was really good.
Yeah, I mean, they were all,
Second white was
I'd say, fairly good quality, and they were all different in their own, in their own rights. Especially for, again, I'd say I think at least 4 of the wines that we had were all kind of hovering right around that Rioja region.
It was really well with capsules.
So our last grouping in another 2 weeks is going to be, well, finally we're actually going to be getting a full mix of regions. So we actually get 2 from Italy, 2 from Spain, 2 from France. So that would be kind of nice. And they're from, much more of the like well-known regions. So we're actually getting, Gewürztraminer from Alsace. We're getting what was some of the other ones in there? We're actually getting a really good white from Languedoc as well. We actually get an Italian Sangiovese, and on top of everything else, and it's why I love this Twas box even more than our Holi-Day box, is that we finally get a Barolo.
Yay! You do love Barolo.
So I am real excited for that one. But on that note, go ahead and wave goodbye to YouTube, and we will continue this conversation after. See ya.